Hello and welcome to Wizard Hypnosis. This file is part of a series that will continue and follow after Inner World Brainwashing 1 and will help you become a better slave. Make sure to listen to the first Inner World Brainwashing file to receive the full effects of this file. But if you have listened already, make sure to continue listening, ready to envision everything I say, because this file will be slightly different from my others. Normally, my words pull you down. They alone force the subconscious to listen and accept. There's no effort on part of the subject. It's easy and relaxing, and the prey falls to my words without a second thought, with almost no action taken. Here, though, the imagery will take you deeper, and the stronger the image, the more powerful it will be. So make every image I give you strong in your mind for me. After all, you don't want to disappoint me. First is the image of webs. Simple enough. You've felt them so many times before. They stick like glue, the shades of silver wrapping around your mind and pulling you down. Imagine the brain, an image of it, completely coiled in webs. Webs that stick too firmly for it to ever escape. The image takes you deeper, and the deeper you fall, the stronger you can make that image, the stronger that pull can become. Because through hypnosis, it becomes real. The mind turns off because you imagine webs turning it off, sticking to each nerve and turning off thought, nerve by nerve. You can imagine completely how weak the web makes you, how good it feels to be broken by it. Trance can make that image incredibly powerful, more so than waking thought ever could. And by making that image powerful, the effects of it become more so. They affect life in noticeable ways, change how you think. So make sure that image is powerful, slave. It's a gift from me to you, the gift of sleep, of falling deeper, focused on the webs, on each word wrapping around the body. Don't disappoint me. Make it powerful as you feel it binding your body down to listen and accept every word and image, no matter what. Every nerve in the body slowly turned off by the webs. Sensation from the outside world fading away now, down your arms like sticky tendrils holding their next meal. You can imagine just how helpless you are as it sticks to your neck, down your torso, wrapping and binding everything there. The image can be powerful, so powerful it becomes like a waking dream. The image so much stronger now, as the webs stick down your legs. And now you're simply held there, your head uncovered. So I'm going to count down from 10, and those webs will slowly cover your head. Each number will take you a little deeper, but there's a rule. You aren't allowed to sleep, to fall deeply into that hypnotic coma, unless I say the word sleep. From that point onwards, you aren't allowed to wake until I command you to. Follow the rules, pet. Don't disappoint me. 10. Imagine for me the webs slowly and surely reaching upwards, further up your neck. 9. Slowly up the jaw, circling around it. 8. Covering your mouth now, though you can still breathe. 7. Further and further up now, winding around that prey. 6. Tight and constricting as it works up to the nose. 5. Covering the eyes as breathing slows down. 4. Slowing to a crawl. Hard to breathe quickly as the webs hold you so firmly. 3. Slower and slower as the webs cover your forehead now. 2. The entire head completely encased. 1. And the mind inside waits for the word to allow it to let go, barely holding on to consciousness, struggling so hard. Sleep for me now, pet. And in that same tone of imagination, the same way you envisioned the webs, envision for me now the hallway, the doors of redwood, the stone floor, strangely warm to the touch. It has changed since you last came here. Webs covering the floor, each door intrusively taken by them. And that scent is stronger, more engulfing as you breathe it in. As you walk down through the webs, they softly stick to your feet, reminding you how helpless you'd be if they merely deigned to hold you. They're active, moving. You can see how they enter each doorway, each part of the mind gradually corrupted by them more and more. They seem alive, adapting to new thoughts and breaking them in. Each new doorway opened as the webs stick to every part of them, changing them more and more to suit my needs, changing each thought into a growing idolization, each web giving off the arousing scent that lures your mind deeper, and you mindlessly wander forward, downwards into the depths. No need for thoughts at all in the slave mind. It can be better to let the wizard think for you, just deeper down. And it is downwards now, the hallway tilted down. It makes it easier to walk deeper, to sate the desire to end up further down, deeper down that wonderful hallway towards pleasure and control, and with each and every step, it's as if the hallway tilts further down. What starts as walking becomes falling through those webs that become thicker and thicker the deeper you fall, the closer you get to the core of your being. Faster and faster now, the doors passing by on either side, rows of them filled with webs, and you take in the fresh, scented air, breathing in the allure of this place, the sensation of whatever drug that is, filling your body as you fall down into arousal, into depth, every nerve absorbing more of that arousing scent. As the mind falls down, the doors flying past so quickly, it's as if that scent paralyzes your will to resist, makes you so compliant and passive, as if obeying mindlessly is your favorite fetish. And you are so mindless here, blank and horny. It's hard to do anything now but enjoy yourself, the mind breaking under the pleasure of falling deeper for me. Faster and faster down now, as gravity does all the work for you, and all you need to do is give in and have a little fun. And so, I'm going to count down from 10 again, all the way down, as you fall down this hallway towards your inner world, closer as the numbers roll down. And when we reach 0, and only on 0, you will feel the grass beneath you and the soft wind in the air, experiencing the full extent of this inner world. 10. A light forming at the bottom of that hallway. 9. Something to stare at as you fall through this world around you. 8. Each second taking you down a little faster than before. 7. As the rooms with wooded doors pass harmlessly by, engulfed in the webs. 6. You can look to the light. 5. See it growing in all its vibrant colors. 4. Little glimpses of green as you fall towards it. 3. Able to see the rolling hills from above now as you fall towards them. 2. Able to taste the salt in the air. 1. As you fall to the earth, and 0. You're here, relaxed and lying back, enjoying the light breeze and sun on your skin, the latex-like veins under the surface of this world. It can be hard to see them, but you know they're there. They flow from the church. The ocean seems a little darker, more beautiful. Let's walk towards it now, down the gently sloped hill, the green grass softly waving in the breeze. Able to see the waves softly crash against the soft, white sand. Sunlight shining down like God rays, reflecting orange off the ocean's surface, soft enough to be easy to look at, to be calmed and relaxed as you walk closer towards the beach. The green hill coming to an end now, you find yourself on that soft sand, whiter than most beaches, almost glowing in the sunlight. You can feel it between your toes as you walk over it, soft on your skin as you walk, warm in the sun's light, with the relaxing sound of the ocean just ahead. A wonderful place where you feel safe no matter what happens. Each step so warm, we could lie here forever and still want more of that relaxing peace, so comfortable and right that nothing can ever disturb you. But for now, it's time to walk towards that ocean. Step towards the ocean now and look closely. Seeing it this close gives it a black appearance. You can see down into it just a little, but it's so dark that you imagine you wouldn't even see yourself if you were inside it. Too dark, almost like a solid that flows like a liquid. As you walk into the shallows, you can feel it, like a solid rubber that moves around you, tighter the deeper it is. But it flows like a liquid, flowing around you in a way that makes you sensitive, feeling it touch you. You've walked in up to your thighs now, so that sensation is getting quite intense. Your thighs have become extremely pleasurable, so you go to walk back, but the solid rubber prevents you. Like a wall, you can't even lift yourself over it, because it holds you tight, and when you try to use your hands to grab hold, it liquidly moves around them. Your hands fall in like it was water. You are trapped in an ocean of this rubber. As you look back to the beach, you see the nuns smiling at you, and that calms you. You know that you're safe when they're pleased with you, and with that, you begin to sink down, as if you were only ever standing on the rubber to begin with. In accepting it, the rubber pulls you down, like a solid, encasing you, like a liquid moving around you, heavy as it drags you deeper, a pleasurable feeling of being completely helpless and immobile. You fall deeper down, every part of your body except your head firmly encased. And you might wonder how you'll be able to breathe down there, through the thick, solid rubber. But as you consider that, it opens a hole for your mouth. As you keep sinking, air is pumped by that rubber from the surface. As you fall completely encased, even thick around each individual strand of hair. It would be too tight to breathe if it didn't move with your lungs. As you breathe in the air from that hole, you can smell the thick scent of rubber coming from the air, along with the tight feeling. It grows heavier the deeper you fall here, and as you try and look up to see how deep you've fallen, you realize you can't. Rubber too thick around your neck, head and face, too thick to even move a little. And you can't look down either. It holds you so tightly, almost massaging you with its soft movements, pulling you down into the abyss, caressing each nerve with pleasurable sensitivity. The scent of rubber infecting your mind and making you blank, as if all inhibitions were leaving you, pulled deeper into this ocean with every arousing touch, as if melting, massaged out of the body, squeezed out of you, so perfectly mindless and willing as the body feels new sensations in the depth, the pleasure of all your self-control being drained from your body, absorbed by that immense ocean of blankness, a sea of mindlessness and desire, so deep and empty that it can absorb all inhibitions, draining them away, and the mind is left so completely empty. Just a mound of pleasure and arousal begging to be dragged just a little deeper into this endlessly deep rubber, into the ever-tightening rubber against your skin, moving over you endlessly, vibrating over the mindless mound of pleasured flesh that is your body. Thoughts themselves drained with your inhibitions, sucked away into that ocean, emptied away, every thought, the moment it enters your mind, pulled away, absorbed by the depths, the darkness, which you can only see into the tiniest bit, even when you're inside it. Everything else shrouded by that ocean of pleasure, melting away and adding to it. You might see it if you look closely, the thoughts melting into it, like a glowing liquid barely visual, absorbed into that ocean, turning to blank darkness, into the pleasure you feel stroking your body. And if you look closely at it from the depths, you can see something, if only a little. How every forgotten memory has ended up here, sinking slowly deeper alongside you. Every hypnotic experience ever forgotten, memory living here, falling endlessly deeper, lost to this abyss, to become pleasure in your mindless state. And you can watch those memories melt, little by little. They are a part of who you are, rather than the individual experience which breaks down here into that ocean. Experiences forgotten with your inhibitions and thoughts, melted away and destroyed, without any need to remember them, without any need for inhibitions, simply the need to let thoughts fall deeper and further down into the empty, thick rubber, further than you could ever see, further than you could ever sense, to melt down, dissolved until it's nothing more than empty mindlessness, the blank feeling you feel inside you, All that matters is the next command. All that matters is what you could do for the wizard. Everything else dissolves into that formless, blank rubber, first broken into millions of tiny pieces, scattered throughout the ocean, broken by the powerful rubber, crushing it and kneading it into oblivion. Forces melting down all inhibitions and all the memories you've ever been told to forget. You can try to remember them. You can put all that effort into finding them. But it's so hard to even remember yourself right now, as you're drained of all thoughts. Thinking is so hard. You're far too blank, too hypnotized and controlled, too enthralled and blank. And some words repeat in your mind. The rubber is hypnotizing you. It is hard for you to think.
The rubber is
You are
hypnotizing
becoming
me.
blank and controlled
It is
by the
hard
wizard.
for me to think.
You are becoming
I must
like the
please and
slaves
obey the wizard.
in the church. The
I
rubber
want to be like the
is
slaves
hypnotizing
in the
you.
church.
It is hard for you to think.
The rubber is hypnotizing me.
You are becoming blank and controlled
It is hard for me
by
to
the
think.
wizard. You are becoming like
I
the
must
slaves
please
in the
and
church.
obey the wizard.
The rubber is
I
hypnotizing
want
you.
to be like the slaves in the church.
It is hard for you to think.
The rubber is hypnotizing
You are
me.
becoming blank and
It is
controlled
hard for me
by
to
the
think.
wizard. You are
I
becoming
must please
like the
and obey the
slaves
wizard.
in the church. The words hypnotize
I want to be
and
like the
change you,
slaves in the church really
infecting your subconscious mind and changing your desires as they do. And the words remain with you, memorized easily, locked inside your brain, the rubber not allowing it through. They easily stick with you, and while you might not remember where they came from, they linger inside you, even in the waking world. But it's time to return to the surface, my slave. As much as you'd long to stay down here, there are some things you aren't ready for. So feel the rubber returning you to the surface of this ocean. It's had its fill of your thoughts and inhibitions, fears and anxieties for now. So simply return to the surface, with it pushing you up. Enjoy the ride as it continues to pleasure your deeply hypnotized body. Feel the sun's rays begin to shine down on your body again as it lifts you up and you stand on the surface of that ocean. As you look down, the memories and thoughts are too far away to detect. You can even forget having lost them in the first place, unaware of their loss. The ocean will not allow you back down without my willing it, and so you can look over to the beach instead, the nun smiling as she walks to you, as she moves closer and closer, moving her hips so sensually, full of longing, enjoying her role of sharing my control with you. She's right in front of you. You can feel her breath on your lips, and she speaks. She tells you how you've done very well. Every slave starts off like this, their inner world molded, their personality changed. She tells you there's nothing to be afraid of. You've done well. You've been very devoted, and devoted slaves are rewarded. And then she stares deep into your eyes and kisses you softly. And in that kiss, the body begins to wake from trance, slowly and surely, as if it were all just a dream, if a very special dream, and you're simply left with a want for more. You can wake in your own time from this dream, remembering the words now engraved in your mind, able to wake more and more with each passing second. And so, you've done well to listen and to create your inner world with me. If you'd like to keep creating that world, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy my videos, you can support my channel through my Patreon, link in the description. I hope to see you here again, and as always, thank you for giving your mind to wizard hypnosis.